Every guy believes he understands what women dream about. Candlelit dinners, tender kisses, rose petals scattered on the sheets. But here's the raw truth. What really stirs in her mind in the quiet of the night is much darker, far more instinctual, and far more intense than she'll ever confess to you. She won't voice it. She won't even share it with her closest friends. Yet every woman harbors this one secret fantasy that burns within her, a hidden desire that would stun you if she ever revealed it. And why does she keep it buried? Because if you knew, you'd never see her the same way again. So listen closely, because I'm about to uncover what women truly yearn for in silence, and once you grasp it, she'll never appear the same to you again. Her secret dream is to surrender control. Every woman you've ever crossed paths with holds this fantasy, tucked away in the shadowed corners of her mind. She'll never jot it down in a diary, never confess it over drinks with friends, never murmur it to you, even if she trusts you completely. But it's there, smoldering, concealed, waiting. And it's this, her forbidden dream of letting go. On the outside, women are taught to project strength, independence, invincibility. They lead businesses, nurture families, orchestrate their lives with precision. They'll insist they don't need anyone, that they're self-sufficient, that they're in charge, and they are. But in the privacy of their deepest fantasies, control isn't what thrills them. It's what drains them. Their bodies crave the opposite. They long for a man who makes them feel secure enough to release, to shed the facade, to hand over the reins and surrender in a way they can't in their everyday lives. This is why women are drawn to assurance, to decisiveness, to men who enter a room with an unshakable sense of self. Deep down, her secret dream is to dissolve into that confidence, to feel the thrill of being led, desired, even overtaken by a force she can't resist. Consider this. All day she's making choices, calculating, organizing, balancing endless responsibilities in her mind. But desire resides in the body, not the head. The body doesn't dream of schedules or to-do lists. It dreams of release, of being pulled out of the relentless cycle of control, of being swept into something raw that makes her forget herself. In her hidden fantasies, she envisions moments where she's not in charge, where the man doesn't seek permission for every move, where she doesn't need to worry about her appearance, her words, or whether she's doing it right. In her forbidden dream, she can simply let go, be unraveled, be consumed by unapologetic primal desire. Here's the twist. The stronger and more independent a woman is, the more intense this fantasy often becomes. The executive, the leader, the one who seems to have everything under control, she's the one most likely to crave surrender in private. The taller the walls she builds in her public life, the more exhilarating it feels to let them fall in the arms of a man who knows what he's doing. But there's a catch. She'll never admit this aloud. Why? It's dangerous. It exposes her vulnerability. She fears judgment, fears being seen as weak, fears you'll hold it against her. So she conceals it. She plays the part of the perfect woman in public while secretly yearning for the opposite in her mind. And if you ever glimpse this side of her, if she ever lets it slip, you'll be shocked by how deep it runs. Now, let's dive into the psychology. Why does this fantasy resonate so deeply? It's about polarity. Masculine and feminine energies are opposites, and opposites ignite attraction. At its core, feminine energy seeks to flow, to feel, to yield. Masculine energy seeks to lead, to claim, to guide. When a man embodies that steady confidence, the feminine instinctively softens, opens, releases. It's not weakness. It's biology. It's psychology. It's the timeless dance of polarity. And here's the hidden truth. The fantasy of losing control isn't about danger. It's about trust. A woman can only surrender to a man she trusts completely. That's why men who waver, hesitate, or constantly seek approval never see this side of her. They inspire caution, not surrender. But the man who moves with quiet authority, who doesn't plead or falter, that's the man who unlocks her secret fantasy, because she knows, without words, that he can handle her. And when she feels that, her entire body surrenders. Imagine this scene. You're at dinner, and she's commanding the conversation, witty, poised, captivating, everyone's charmed. But then you lean in, lower your tone, and tell her you're leaving in 5 minutes, and she's coming with you. No questions, no explanations, just calm certainty that leaves no room for doubt. On the surface, she might grin, tease you, or roll her eyes. But inside, she's trembling, because in that moment, you've pulled her out of her mind and into her body. You've ignited the very fantasy she'll never confess. The dream of being guided, claimed, and powerless to resist. And here's the most perilous part. Once you've awakened this side of her, she'll never view you the same way again. Every other man will pale in comparison. You'll be the one who reached the secret she hides from the world, the one who gave her what she craves but would never admit, the thrill of losing control. So when women describe their ideal man, listing all the polite, socially acceptable traits he should have, remember this. It's a facade. It's the safe version she can say aloud. But the fantasy that keeps her awake at night, the one she'll never voice, is this forbidden dream. To let go. To lose herself in the hands of a man who doesn't hesitate. To surrender control and find the pleasure that comes only when she stops fighting to be in charge. She'll never tell you. She'll deny it if you ask. But once you see it in her eyes, once you feel it in her body, you'll know. Every woman carries this forbidden dream. The only question is whether you're bold enough to awaken it. Here's the truth she'll never confess. Every woman harbors this one secret fantasy. She'll smile warmly, talk about romance, say she wants flowers and soft candlelight. But behind closed doors, in the depths of her mind, she aches to be claimed, to be desired so fiercely she can't resist. Most men will never see this side of her. They're too cautious, too polite, too afraid to lead. So she keeps her fantasy buried, playing the role of the good woman while secretly craving the one man daring enough to unlock it. The question is, will you be that man? Or will you remain oblivious, letting her secret desires live only in her imagination instead of in your hands? If you want more raw, unfiltered truths, the things women hope you'll never uncover, hit that subscribe button now, because this is just the start. Drop a comment below. Do you think women would ever admit this fantasy if asked directly? Or do they keep it hidden forever? I want to hear your thoughts, because once you understand her forbidden dream, you stop being just another guy and become the one man she can't forget.